it's too low. And we came back and said, no, this is our offer. You can take it. You just don't want to, but this is what we're willing to spend. And I think it was like somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000 less than what they wanted to take it for. And so we didn't hear anything. And I contacted my realtor and I said, look, tell them they need to take it for this price, because obviously this house has been on the foreclosed list for 5 months. If somebody was willing to pay the amount of money they're asking for, they would have already sold it. So tell them this is what we're offering, and this is it. We're not going to pursue anymore. And you know what she did? She came back and she said they took your offer. Because the longer the property they're not making money. Listen, the bank or HUD Home Store, if they have foreclosed properties, listen, they have to pay somebody to go look at that property every week. They have to pay somebody it's because it's government. They have to pay somebody to mow that grass. They have to pay somebody to do this stuff. So the longer that property has been on the foreclosed list, it is costing them money. They're not in the real estate game. So this property was listed on the HUD Home Store for somewhere between 3 and 5 months. Well, the longer it's on the market that way, they're spinning their wheels. They would have already sold it. And see, that's where time is our friends. It's our friend, because if a foreclosed property has been on the market longer than 30 days, after 30 days, the longer a property has been on the market, the less money the seller is going to be able to get. So the key is, once you get that property, you want to hurry up and do what you got to do and get it on the market, and make sure you have it priced right. Try to sell it within 30 days. Get a contract on it, because after 30 days, time is not your friend.
All right. And as we're wrapping up, it's actually very interesting. Maybe you can come back as another guest in the future. But it obviously, right now is the season. I wish I would have known more about the You Can Do It book that you have. I'm definitely going to pick it up and read it. But a lot of our listeners they're either wanting to be in that industry, or they're in that industry, or they're just struggling. They're in and they've had some bad experience and they don't want to be in anymore. But maybe if your schedule is open somewhere in the future, we can have you back as a repeat guest, so we can really drill down on that You Can Do It book. I'm going to read it, so maybe we can have a better conversation.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
I'd be happy to. Absolutely.
All right. Awesome. So as we're winding down here, Karen, with the HUD homes, and when you're buying these houses on foreclosure, there is the theory out there that says, well, you don't want to do it because they may have taxes against them. They may have some liens against them. Is there anything that we could do to avoid that?
Well, if you're buying a foreclosed home, here's an example. You're not going to be able to get the deed. You won't get a deed if there's any liens against it. And as far as the state auditor office selling you a property, that's why, after you bid and you have the winning bid, then they send you paperwork within 10 days. And I advise people, listen, pay an attorney to do that title deed work, because I don't know what I'm doing in that courthouse, in that records room. Acquire an attorney. It's worth it, because if there's liens, the state auditor office will do their due diligence and send those people an opportunity to redeem the property, because they can't give you a deed if there's any liens or anything like that on it. So you just wouldn't get the deed. You would get your money reimbursed to you if they can't give you the deed. So
so you're saying if you buy a property from, let's say, the website you shared with us earlier, and we get the deal, we put the money down, we make the investment. If there's liens or anything on it, we could get our money back?
Correct. The state auditor office would reimburse you.
Oh, that's a big misconception, because a lot of people they think that you'll get, like, you just lose out on your money and you go into like severe debt.
No, no, they can't give you a deed unless it's a clean deed, a clear deed. They can't. Yeah, that would be illegal.
So you buy a property on that HUDHomestore.com.
Uh-huh.
And if you get, so you just get the deed?
Well, you have to connect with a broker or realtor that has that. The HUD home stores, it's government. So they have those properties listed on their website, but then when you click on it, it'll show what realtor to contact. Because
Okay.
it has to be HUD approved real estate agent to list that property on behalf of the government. So you want to go to the house, you want to go to the property and set eyes on it, look in it, check it out so you know what you're buying, put the offer on it. But, I get this, the government, HUD, they're going to tell you, no, we can't take any less than this amount of money. But there's room to dicker with that, to be honest with you, because I know that they want every dollar that they can get out of the property, especially since the person stopped making those monthly payments, and that's how they ended up with it because of foreclosure. But they'll take lower, because we've bought foreclosed homes before and they took lower.
I got you.
Yeah, you just have to be willing to play the game with them, so to speak, and hold your ground.
All right, I got you. So we're gonna come back. I got to read the book first. You could do it, and then we'll have you come back in, and I'll have some better questions. Also, maybe get some questions from my Facebook friends. So as we're wrapping up here, do you read as well?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, if you can give us 3 book recommendations, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, obviously, one of my books would be great,
Mm-hmm.
Money Matters. And then Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a great book. And then, I am a believer that leaders are readers. And I'm not talking about just a leader, in your community. I'm talking about a leader in your home, a leader in your community, a leader at your workplace. Whether you're in the position of a boss or not, you can still lead on the level that you're on. So any of John Maxwell's books on leadership, oh my goodness, that man is just packed full.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's written over 30 or 40 books, tons of books, and they're just marvelous books to read. So those would be my recommendations for sure.
Okay, we definitely appreciate that. We'll put your link in the show details for your books. And do you have any? Can we find you anywhere on social media?
Certainly, you can find me on Instagram, and that is KBF Money Managing, and those KBF, those are my initials, KBF Money Managing. I am on LinkedIn, KBF Money Managing. And I also have a Facebook business page, KBF Money Managing.
Awesome. All right. So we'll also put those in the details as well, so everyone can have access, connect with you online. Other than that, thank you so much, Karen, for being here on the Billionaire Brown Experience. And till next time, guys, continue to be.
My pleasure. Happy to be with you.